Okay, we have got a power flow this morning. Bit more advanced of a flow, but if you're joining this thinking, oh my gosh, maybe this isn't for me, remember you can always dial it down, and it's amazing to be building up to your strength and to your stamina. So even if you get maybe halfway through and think, okay, right, that's enough for me today, I'm going to come back to it another time. Okay, we're going to start seated, so wherever you are, just come to a comfortable seated position. This is kind of warming you up to a bit of a false sense of security, because it is going to get fiery quite quickly. So if there's anything else that you want to do to warm up, absolutely go for it. If not, just nice slow gentle movements with your eyes closed, just to start with, just warming up however you want to. And I want you to really visualize and cultivate the energy. Any energy that you may have woken up with, feel it coming into your body on the inhale, and your exhale is getting rid of any of that tiredness. Come into some gentle neck stretches, head rolling from side to side, chin down to your chest, left ear to your left shoulder, right ear to your right shoulder. Warming up that neck. Okay, taking that gaze up. Continuing to take the neck from side to side. Coming back to neutral, seated cat-cows, interlace the hands behind your head just where the hairline meets the neck. Big inhale, take into your cow, take the elbows away from one another, pulling those shoulder blades together. Really stick that chest out so you can start to warm up that torso, that spine. Exhale, cat, draw the elbows together, chin to the chest, really round through that back. Inhale, back into your cow. Exhale, cat. One more time, big inhale, really come to the end of your inhale. Exhale, squeeze all of that air out. Inhale, back to neutral. Taking the hands to heart center, almost like you're holding a ball in front of you. On your inhale, we're going to take the hands to the side. And on your exhale, take the hands back together, but almost like they're going through mud, like they're going through something really sticky. You can feel that resistance in your shoulders and your arms. So inhale, it's almost like you're filling up this big space in front of you. Exhale, draw it together. Really visualizing that energy that the inhale is bringing you. And the tiredness that the exhale is getting rid of. Any big sighs at your exhale. Final time, really expand. Exhale, contract. Take any extra movements you know that you need for your body, maybe some side stretches. We are going to be firing up the core very quickly, so if you know that you need to start to take some movement into your back, just to help that core, keep its stability, absolutely do so. Okay, opening the eyes, let's get fired up. Setting up into your all fours. You want a really strong grounding here, so make sure your alignment's nice and strong. We're going to already start to hover the knees. Now, if you know that you can't keep your core engaged by hovering the knees, don't do so. That is not a problem. Make sure you're pushing the mat away still. You're almost rounding through the shoulders. Your belly button is drawing so much towards your spine. Now, maybe this is enough for you and you want to work on your stability. If not, we're going to shoot back to our downward dog. And back to the hovering tabletop. And back on your exhale, downward dog. tabletop. Try and keep those knees as close to the floor. Keep pushing the mat away. Keep that core engaged. Downward dog. Hovering tabletop. One more time back. Hovering tabletop. Stay here. Maybe you take the knees down now, or you keep them off. And we're doing some knee drive. So driving that right knee into your chest, into your nose, rounding through that back like we were doing a tiger curl. Pushing the mat away. Taking that foot back down. Left side, pushing the mat away, drawing that knee to your nose. And back down. You can absolutely do this with your knees down. Keep going, keep pushing through the mat though. At all times, maybe you quickly come out of it, just so that you can come back into it stronger. Make sure you're not swaying through that back. 2 more times. Okay, maybe you stay hovering or you come down to your knees. Coming into some push-ups here. Hands really strongly into the ground, and then take your elbows back, biceps hugging into your side. And up. Maybe you don't go down that far. I'm not going down that far. But oh my gosh, I can still feel the burn. Keep those knees hovering as little off of the ground as possible. Keep pushing the mat away. Keep that core engaged. Remember, come out of it, come back in stronger. Just make sure you're still grounding through the insides of the hands, the L's of the hands. Okay, final round. Get that energy back. Push the mat away. We're coming into a push-up, and then all the way back to your downward dog. Downward dog, all the way back then through the elbows. Push up. All the way back, downward dog. Then through the elbows, come back to your hovering tabletop push up. All the way back, downward dog. Bend through the elbows already. Push up. Downward dog. Bend the elbows. Push up. And downward dog. Let's do that one more time. Bend through the elbows. Come into that hovering tabletop push up. And push back downward dog. Good job. Okay, breathing here in your downward dog. Maybe you take a rest in your child's pose. Really think about all areas of your body now. Hands pushing into the ground. Pushing through the L's of the fingers. Shoulders rotating away from your face. Head feeling nice and soft, just hanging in between those arms. Core is firing. Your ribs are contained, so they're towards your back, not towards the floor. You're pushing the mat away so much. The tailbone is driving to the sky. Maybe your knees are bent, your heels are off, and that is absolutely a-okay. Couple more breaths here. Get that energy back into your body. Big inhale, pick up the left leg, 3-leg dog. Make sure that the toes are square to the mat, hips are square, so both hip bones are facing down. Tippy toes of the right foot, bend the left leg, tiger curl. Draw that left knee to the left elbow. Back up, 3-leg dog. To the right elbow. 3-leg dog. All the way through to the nose. 3-leg dog. Through to your right elbow again. Staying here, and then keep spinning to the inside of that right foot, coming into your fallen triangle. So you're taking this left leg out long to the right side. Right hand is up to the sky. Maybe your leg is on the ground, that is absolutely fine. Or maybe you can pick it up. Pushing the mat away. Inhale. Exhale. Placing that left foot down. Coming into your wide leg fold. This feels like a bit of a break now, doesn't it? Breathing here. Really using this time to get that breath back. Taking both hands to the outside of the left leg. Bending, pushing through, so pointing through the feet. And picking up the left leg as much as you can. You're really going to have to use the obliques. So pull the core in, almost like you're rounding through the pelvis. And then try to lift up the left leg. Tiny little pulses, really working our hip flexor strength here. One more. Onto the other side. So pull that core in, tuck the pelvis, and lift. Maybe one side is easier. My left side is a lot easier. Maybe your foot doesn't come off the ground, but you can feel those muscles starting to twitch. Okay, good job. We're coming back up. See if you, this is a challenge, see if you can push all the way back up to that fallen star. So think about how you got there. We were on the inside of our right foot. Our right hand was up in the sky. So set that up before. Big inhale, feel all of the muscles start to activate. Push up through that left hand, right hand to the sky, all the way back up. Really slowly bring the left knee to the left hand, spinning round on to the right tippy toes, and see if you can step all the way through to your high lunge. Really good job. High lunge. Again, use this as a bit of a resting time. Make sure those glutes are active, your core is engaged. And pulse. Right knee down as close to the ground, but not all the way. Make sure you're driving that energy through that right glute, through the left glute. Stay back in your high lunge. Superman, taking this weight over the front foot at this 45-degree angle. Arms still by your biceps. Really pulling the core in. Hands all the way back. And up. Trying to keep as still as possible. Back. And up. Make sure you're still keeping that energy pushing through the ground on that left foot. Good job. Hands all the way up. Coming into your goddess squat, so we're taking that right foot, facing it outwards, sinking all the way down. Hands to heart center. Now make sure, like in Warrior 2, that our inner thighs are doing a lot of work to draw those feet to the outside edges of the feet. Outside edges of the feet. Now a lot of you will start to draw your knees inwards. That's just because a lot of our weakness is with our external rotation. Really feel like you're scooping this pelvis under. And breathe. And pulse. It wouldn't be a power flow without a goddess squat pulse though. See how low you can go. And breathe. Hey guys, we're halfway through. Really, really good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way over, cartwheel those hands all the way to the back of the mat. So your low lunge with your right foot down. Plant the hands onto the ground. Pick up this right leg straight back to your downward dog. At least I'm not making you go through your vinyasas, unless you really want to. Okay, downward dog. Let's cultivate that energy again. Like I said, halfway through, you can do this. Breathing here. Pushing the mat away, core engaged. 3-leg dog, right leg up. Exhale, tiger curl, right knee, right elbow as high up into the armpit as possible. Straight back, 3-leg dog. Right knee, left elbow, see if you can get connection. All the way back, 3-leg dog. All the way to the nose, push the mat away round through that back. 3-leg dog. All the way, left elbow again, coming into that fallen triangle, so rotating to the inside of that left leg. Taking that right leg all the way out, pushing the mat away. See if you can drive that foot off. See if you can take that foot off ever so slightly. Inhale, exhale, come to a wide leg fold. Plonk yourself down. Breathing here. Feel the length through the crown of the head. Both hands to the outside of that left leg. Core engaged, pelvis tucked ever so slightly. Point those toes. Lift up that left leg. Pulses. This is so great for our hip flexors. Come out of it, back into it if you need to reactivate that core. On to the other side. Maybe you are literally just thinking about lifting, and that is so great. Keeping on being determined. Okay, setting up, see if we can come back into that fallen triangle. In the reverse, planting that right hand down, coming back to that inside of that left foot, pushing all the way up in that right hand, left hand up. Pick up that right leg. Tiger curl that right leg all the way through to your high lunge. Really good. High lunge. Pull everything to the midline. Make sure you're activating these glutes. And pulse. Knee as far down to the ground without touching as possible. Keep breathing. Keep driving that front heel into the ground for that energy. One more pulse. And then Superman's taking that weight forward. Hands back, keeping that weight forward. And up. Back. And up. And back. And up, keeping that core squeezing so tightly into your spine. And back. And up. Coming into your goddess squat. Taking the left toes to the front of the mat, sinking down. Staying here, think about the inner thighs doing loads of work to draw those knees backwards. Tucking that pelvis under. Keeping a nice open chest. And pulse. I'm sweaty. Really good job, stay with it. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Cartwheel those hands all the way to the front of the mat. Pick up the left toes straight back, coming into a child's pose. Yes. Sinking the forehead down. Hands behind or in front, wherever you want to go. Really use this time wisely, trying to settle the mind, focusing solely on that breath. Expanding the ribs to the back and the sides. Sinking the hips further down to the heels. You have brought so much energy already. Just asking for a little bit more. Now we're familiar with where we're going, we're going to take that flow again on both sides. Okay, coming back into your downward dog. All the way back. Getting ready. Left leg up, 3-leg dog. This time just one tiger curl, left leg to the right elbow. Straight through to your fallen triangle. Try to pick up that left leg. Straight through, wide leg fold. This time we're going to crawl the hands forward as much as you can. Keeping that chest open. Breathing. Walking those hands back in, setting up for that fallen triangle, seeing if you can push all the way back up, straight through to your high lunge. Pulses here. 3, 2, and 1. Superman. Hands back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hands up. 6. Goddess squats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands all the way to the back. Pick up that right foot. Downward dog. 3-leg dog. Right leg up. Tiger curl. Right knee to the left elbow. Straight through to that fallen triangle. Breathing here. Driving that leg up. And then all the way to your wide leg fold. Inhale. Pull the chest through. Stick the bum out. Exhale. Walk forward. Keeping those knees flexed, pulling those quads up, toes flexed, making sure the knees are facing the ceiling, not rolling forward. Breathing here. Inhale, hands back up, step back up for that fallen triangle. Really good job, all the way through. High lunge. And pulse. 3, 2, and 1. 6. Superman's hands back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Goddess squats. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Walking the feet all the way in. Hands down to the side, palms facing out. Nice and strong here. Squeezing those glutes, feeling those hip flexors extend. Okay, a little bit more fire. Hands to heart center. Pick up the left leg. Cross it over into your figure 4. So left ankle is to the outside of that right thigh. Drawing that left knee away from you. Breathing here. Sinking that bum further down, keeping that chest open. Being careful with that external hip because you've done a lot of work today. It might feel a bit tight. Maybe you can come down even further, resting those elbows onto the foot but keeping that chest nice and open. Maybe you even come down to your flying pigeon. Breathing here, sinking that bum a little bit further down. Inhale all the way up. Other side, good job. Right leg all the way up, stalk, cross it over into your figure 4, flexing through that right foot, right ankle to the outside of the left leg, good job. Sinking that right knee away from the face, sinking the bum further down. If you can, take the elbows and the forearms down, but make sure that chest is still open, you're not leading with your shoulders. Breathing here, really good job. Maybe you take that flying pigeon on the other side. Inhale, come all the way up. Good job, top of the mat. Inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale, big fold all the way down, knees bent. Resting the chest onto your thighs. Hang that head. Big inhale, roll all the way back up, hands all the way up. And exhale all the way back down. One more time, big inhale all the way up through bent knees. And bending again through bent knees, really good job. Stepping those feet all the way back to your all fours. Taking the knees slightly further back. Shoulders coming over the wrists. And then all the way down to the ground. Resting onto one cheek Hands beside you. Feeling that energy coming back into your body. That breath calming. Coming into your Sphinx Pose, push all the way up. So your forearms are parallel, palms flat on the ground, elbows and shoulders in line. Pull the chest through, sink the pelvis down, gaze straight forward. Relax the glutes here for a bit more of a passive stretch. Keep pushing the mat away, energy driving through the forearms. Maybe this is too much for your back and you simply come down to laying the hands on top of one another and then resting the forehead onto the hands. Still breathing. Maybe you want to pick up one leg, bend your leg, grab hold of that foot and pull the ankle and the heel towards your bum, just to the outside for a nice quad stretch. Keeping that knee close to the other knee, trying not to let it flare out. Onto the other side if that's where you want to go. Keep pushing the floor away with that forearm. Exhale, release. Head all the way down. Coming into our goalpost arm stretch. So forehead down, arms at cactus arms, so shoulders and elbows in line, elbows and hands in line, palms facing down. Tippy fingers of the left hand, left leg comes up, roll that left leg up and over to the right, resting onto that right ear. Done a lot of work with our shoulders today, so be gentle. If you need to take the hands slightly further forward, absolutely do so. Exhale all the way back down, switching over to the other side. Right foot up and over. Resting onto that left ear. Exhale all the way back down to your belly. And coming into your Shavasana, you can absolutely take it still on your belly and pick up one leg just like you're still in bed. Resting the hands out to the side. Or come into your traditional Shavasana, laying onto your back. Closing down the eyes. Whichever way round you are, feel that area that is connected to the mat. Feel that expanding and contracting with every breath. Feel your limbs sinking heavier into the ground. Feeling those muscles that have worked such an incredible amount today. Start to release. Start to relax. Feet falling out to the sides. Hips feeling nice and loose. Lower back heavy to the ground. Shoulders either rolling in or out depending on how you're lying. Tongue away from the roof of the mouth to fully relax that jaw. And just notice if you're squinting still with your eyes closed and fully released to a really soft eye. Wherever you are, start to come all the way back up to seated. So if you're lying, roll over to your side. If you're on your belly, start to push up to your all fours, keeping your eyes closed. Through to your seated position, hands onto your thighs, palms facing up. Take some nice shoulder rotations, squeezing the shoulders up and relaxing them. Amazing work, everyone. Take the shoulders in the other direction. And know that wherever you were, however you showed up, this class is on demand, so you can do it again and build up. Build that fire, build that power, and start to feel more and more stable. Okay, coming to stillness, hands to heart center, chin to the chest, thumbs to third eye. You showed up amazingly today. Know that deep down. You pushed yourself and you listened to yourself when you needed to take a break, when you needed to dial it down. And that is all that yoga is, listening to yourself, the union of the mind and body. So really good job. Coming to the end of our session, taking the hands away from the eyes and blinking the eyes open.